Britain has some of the most congested roads in Europe. And it's the emergency services on two wheels that can scythe through the traffic and get vital help where it's most needed, fast.
One casualty being treated by paramedics at this stage.
Lie down, just lie down, lie down.
New to emergency bikers, Wiltshire police on the front line protecting the public. And we're with the life-saving bikers of the West Midlands Ambulance Service. Coming up, there's a violent assault in Birmingham.
You hurt yourself anywhere else?
Paramedics are called to a diabetic on the edge of a coma. And we meet the biker cops keeping the roads of Wiltshire safe.
RTC, one female's complaining of neck injury.
Birmingham, mid-afternoon on a Tuesday. The city's hard at work, and a 999 call is coming in to a suspected heart attack. Biker paramedic Steve Harris is responding. On his Yamaha FJR 1300, Steve can cut through the traffic faster than an ambulance. The bikes carry all the same equipment and are fitted with our cameras, so we arrive at the scene of an incident the second they do. But like any biker, Steve's vulnerable and at the mercy of other road users. The calls to a man collapsed in a warehouse. He'd just eaten lunch when a sudden excruciating pain started in his chest. Steve arrives within 3 minutes, first on scene.
What's your name?
Ali.
What's the problem?
After 10 minutes ago, it's very bad pain.
Ali's in extreme pain, and the area of pain could suggest a heart attack.
Here, yes, always here.
Yeah? Okay, yeah. Have you had that pain before?
No,
No? So what were you doing when it came on?
I just eat some eggs on the meat.
So you weren't working, you weren't lifting, doing anything like that?
I just left the hotel.
Uh-huh.
If Ali is having a heart attack, it's vital he gets to hospital as soon as possible. But Steve needs to investigate further.
Describe it all over. Does it go anywhere else?
Just here, just go from the here.
And across there?
But
No pains in your arms?
no,
No
just a
pain in
little-
your
No, just little my finger as a
pins and needles tingling?
Yeah.
That's because you're breathing too quickly. You've never had this before?
No.
Okay. Take a big deep breath for me. And out. Does that make the pain worse? Yeah? Okay, so it's not your heart. So, you know, let's just try and calm down.
Okay.
Okay? You're getting very panicky. You're breathing too quickly. That's causing the pins and needles and the tingling. All right. If the pain changes when you breathe in, and it's probably muscle or something, it's not necessarily your heart. Your heart wouldn't change. Okay?
Steve's priority is to calm the man down. Panicking causes a rush of adrenaline, which will cause heart rate to increase, breathing to speed up, and muscles to tense. Steve runs an ECG to be on the safe side.
Oh. And again, when you move, is the pain worse? Yeah, again, that tells me that it's probably not your heart. If you can shuffle your bottom back a bit, that's it. Okay, give me this arm. That's going to go tight on your arm. When was the last time you saw your doctor?
A week ago.
And what was that for?
Oh yeah, just a back pain.
Back pain. Just need to put these on your ankle. Okay. Nice and still, nice and gentle. Okay. You seem to be calming down a little bit now. Yeah. What we're going to do, ambulance has just arrived. We're going to pop you on the back of the ambulance. I'm just going to pop some more wires on your chest, and we'll do a full one. While you're sitting here now, and now that you're a little bit calmer, how's that pain feel?
Just a silly pain, but not too much.
Not too much. You mentioned a hotel. Do I take it you don't live in Birmingham?
Back to my home. No, I'm living in Devon, in the Tiverton.
Devon. Okay. All right. Your blood pressure's good. Your pulse is good. your oxygen levels are good. Okay. As I say, once we get you on the back, we'll do another ECG, a few more wires on your chest. I don't want you to put that on, but we'll take it with us. Okay. Okay. You sit yourself on there. This particular patient is very, very anxious. Initially, it's not the chest pain that I'm worried about, it's just trying to calm him down. Because if I can get the patient calm, a lot of the symptoms then calm down themselves. You're getting to breathe deeply. If that pain worsens on inspiration, then it's more likely to be a muscular problem. Cardiac chest pain, heart pain, doesn't alter with breathing and with movement and everything. The pain is always there, it's inside your chest. We've done a 12-lead diagnostic TCG on the back of the ambulance and all that has come back absolutely normal. So again, we're still of the opinion that it's not his heart, it's something else.
Wiltshire, in the centre of southern England. 1,500 square miles, home to 600,000 people. In the north of the county, the town of Swindon holds nearly a third of the total population. Further south, the countryside is crisscrossed with A-roads and motorways. Wiltshire police cover 42 miles of the M4 and hundreds of miles of high-speed roads. With towns and villages spread far and wide, the cops must respond to any 999 call as fast as they can. On the front line, their 20-man biker squad. On duty today, PC Lee Prince.
Well, apparently we've got a two-vehicle RTC just on the Common Head flyover, which is on a dual carriageway, which I consider is probably the most dangerous bit of road because it hasn't got a hard shoulder and we've still got the same volume of traffic at the same speed. So we'll get off there and see what we got.
The dual carriageway, the A419, is less than a mile away from the biker cops' base on the outskirts of Swindon. Lee's approaching the scene within a minute. The accident's already causing a huge tailback. With no hard shoulder on this stretch of road, drivers have nowhere to go to get out of Lee's way, slowing his progress. Three of the four cars have sustained damage.
My intention is to get all the vehicles onto the slip and then we'll do everything slow time there. All right.
Sounds great.
No one's badly hurt, but it's been an upsetting experience. As well as clearing the carriageway, Lee must also look after the drivers.
That's not a problem, we'll get that sorted out for you. Which car are you in? Are you in this one? Do you want to jump in the passenger seat for me and then we'll move you on to the hard shouldery bit, the slip road? I'm just going to get this lady to sit in with you because it's a bit safer than her walking on the carriageway. Oh. I'll put your file in the back.
That's it, I'll take it.
Just mate. Hello, sir. Is this your one?
It is.
Wonderful. Same principle as everybody else, really.
I don't think it'll move. On the left-hand side, it couldn't pull over, it was all grating.
It's still, it should be all right. It'll, when it straightens up, it might help a little bit. Yeah, don't put your back out. We'll give it a go.
Yeah.
See how we go. If it's a big problem, then we'll just leave it. But if we can get the carriageway cleared, that'd be brilliant. Okay.
With the cars removed to the slip road, Lee has a final clean-up to do, and control radios through with an update.
Whiskey Romeo 3011. Whiskey Romeo 31 house, thank you, Jay. Thank you. All four vehicles you passed do hold insurance and MOT received.
That's wonderful. Thanks very much. We'll give you an update shortly. We have got lane 2 clear of the vehicles. We're just cleaning up the debris, and we'll give you an update shortly.
Thank you.
we'll do, wheel on.
Righty.
Hello.
Thanks, matey. See you in a sec.
The job's not over yet. Lee needs to get the cars cleared from the slip road. In any road traffic collision where the police are called, all drivers are breathalyzed.
Ready? Keep blowing, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Wonderful.
All 4 drivers get the all clear.
I mean, it's notorious, this bit of road. I only live down the road, and it's like this every morning, you know. It's quite a fast road, and you get up to this point, and obviously all the traffic's queuing back from the motorway junction, so it's just slows down really quickly. But normally I'm just driving past them, and yeah, this time it was money.
The van, which was at the front of the shunt, and the second car, are able to drive away from the scene. The other 2 drivers haven't been so lucky.
Now then, do you have your own recovery?
I've rang the RAC.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
OK.
I think the car's being taken off to the garage in Swindon. And I'll just sort everything out. Read my insurance company later.
Today, fortunately, no one's been badly hurt. But Lee knows all too well that this type of crash could turn out very differently.
Well, the worst thing that can happen is obviously someone's died as a result of the collision, or we get here, everything seems to be okay, and then you get a lorry that comes ploughing into the back of us, or any other vehicle for that matter. Rubberneckers tend to be a bit of a pain, and everybody starts rubbernecking on the other side, everything backs up, and it's just blooming carnage sometimes.
It may have its dangerous moments, but Lee wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh yeah, of course I'm excited by the job, otherwise I wouldn't do it. Yeah, you do get a buzz, but you try and temper the buzz, because at the end of the day, our most important thing is to get there. And if you're not thinking about what you're going to be going to, you're not concentrating on what's happening in front of you, then you're going to come a cropper, especially on those bikes, especially with all the traffic and the road conditions as they are today.
Birmingham, mid-afternoon. On call, biker paramedic Mark Hayes.
We've had reports of a man that's been assaulted last night and he's requested an ambo. In fact, I think I can see him. There was a call earlier to a chap and he declined hospital treatment, and I believe a second ambulance went out. If it's the same chap, this will be the 3rd time.
It's a walking case for Mark, and Steve's come along as backup.
Hello. Who's the ambulance for?
Nobody. Who's fault, mate? Who's fault? You haven't phoned.
So, who's called for an ambulance?
No, none of us. No, he's just saying.
Was you seeing a drug line earlier? Yeah. So you've already had 2 ambulances today, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, I see him on the telly, man.
You don't know who's called for us?
No.
Well, you've been seen twice by an ambo. You don't want to be seen again.
We're going to go up there now.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's already had 2 ambulances. This is the 3rd. I don't know who's called, but.
Yeah. Can we have a look at that, mate? Is that be all right or what?
What do you want me to do with it?
Is it all right or not?
You've got a cut on your head. It's already healed, mate.
So I don't need one then.
You're obviously not that concerned because you're drinking, chap.
I'm trying to get myself some.
Don't shout at me.
Relief.
Oi. Nobody's going to give you pain relief while you got alcohol. Yeah?
We can't give you anything for the pain because you've had a drink, you said.
Yeah, there's people coming round this town bashing people up.
Don't check these.
So you need to report them to the police. Do you know who's done it?
How do I know what you've done?
It's just asking a question. Just say no. Just say no.
Don't be cheeky to these. No, these are helping you.
Unfortunately, we go out to these people very regularly. The one gentleman who's got the black eye, and this will be the third ambulance he's had today. He's saying he's not called the ambulance. There's another chap there who's got a cut to his head, which is an old wound. quite clearly a misuse of the ambulance service. You know, there's people out there that do need us, and you know, they're standing around drinking and smoking cigarettes. Why do we need to be here?
Only 1 in 10 999 calls are life-threatening emergencies. And many a call leaves Mark speechless.
Well, this just about sums it up. A 999 call to a male in his 20s with tonsillitis. So I've now got to go on blue lights because it's a 999 call.
But fellow paramedic Steve's responding to a genuine call. A man in a city centre office has collapsed in the middle of a board meeting. On his bike, Steve can ride through the pedestrianised areas to get to the patient as soon as possible. He's on scene in just 2 minutes.
Hello.
On the 15th floor, Steve finds a man sweating heavily on the edge of consciousness.
What's his name?
Dave.
Dave. Hello, Dave.
Dave.
Right. You are diabetic, Dave?
I am,
Yeah. Have you tested your sugar? Shall we test your sugar? Can I have your finger, Dave?
Steve suspects Dave is having a hypoglycemic attack, where the blood sugar drops dangerously low. He needs to check Dave's glucose levels. Normal levels are between 4 and 8. If levels drop below 0.6, Dave could become unconscious and slip into a coma. Steve's arrived just in time.
Are you going to be able to take some glucose gel, Dave? If you open that one.
Even as Steve prepares treatment, Dave's still getting worse.
Yes.
He's beginning to have convulsions. Every second counts.
Dave, I need you to swallow it. Here we go. Open.
Dave's blood sugar is so low, he could pass out at any moment. Steve needs to get some concentrated glucose gel into Dave while he still can.
Well done. Well done. I know you probably don't want it in your mouth very much, so just have a little. Okay. Dave, I mean, you're probably aware your sugar was very low, 0.9. All right? So we'll give it a few minutes for that to work and get you round, and we'll get you to have something else to eat. All right.
An ambulance crew have arrived to assist Steve, but Dave is deteriorating.
So as best you can, Dave, just relax this arm for me, all right?
Okay.
It's all right, just try and relax. You got that anyway, didn't you?
Steve's next option is to give Dave an injection of glucagon. Glucagon is a hormone which forces the liver to release stores of glucose.
Injection.
Just relax, Dave, for us if you can. Try and sit still just for a moment.
What we need, biscuits. Biscuits are good. I'll even give Dave some. We could do with a drink or something for him. But, Coke, but I don't want Diet Coke. I'll get him to hopefully try and eat some of this. Dave, you going to eat this biscuit for us? Oh, sit back, that's it. Dave, need you to have a drink. Little bits.
When blood glucose levels drop as low as Dave's, the body tries to fuel vital organs by releasing huge doses of adrenaline, causing excessive sweating. Dave's twitching is a result of the brain and nervous system being starved of glucose.
Well done, mate. Well done. We'll get another one.
Try again, don't worry about it. It's nice and steady there.
You understand what's been happening?
Yeah, low sugar.
Yeah. Do you get that much? Do you get a problem with that much?
Anything as well. Yeah, occasionally. That's about it.
You been unwell over the last few days? Cough, cold, flu, anything like that?
No.
What would your normal sugar level be?
7.
So 0.9. Yeah. I was surprised you were still awake.
Yeah.
Do you want us to go pop you down the hospital?
No.
No. I didn't think you would.
No, I'll be fine. I'll eventually I'll be fine.
Now that Dave's more aware and awake and he's been having his sugar, his biscuits and the injection, we obviously we know there's going to be a rise, but we want to see how high the sugar reading is now. If it's anywhere 4 and up, then I'd be more than happy. Yeah. Here we go, sharp stretch. Here we go. 6. Excellent. We've come treated, cured.
Yeah, since meeting, feeling drowsy. That's what I remember. Really, this is it then, what I remember then. Feeling drowsy and obviously it's the start of a hypo. Yeah, here we are.
Can I have a packet of jammy Dodgers? Well, you know, I can have a biscuit with my coffee afterwards. Okay, all the best, Dave. All right, see ya. Bye-bye. Diabetes it can't be pleasant to live with. I mean, apart from the obvious effects of day-to-day, the fact that they have to balance the sugar levels and they have to deal with it, diabetes it has a lot of other long-term effects on circulation, eyesight, heart, etc.
"6 a.m, RAF Lynham. The emergency bikers of Wiltshire Police are at the base to take part in a very unusual operation. Sergeant Warren Knight leads the briefing.
It will take up both lanes all the way through, virtually. You will get a car pass, but then most of them are tucked up on their near side, in fact. You go ahead, we'll sit on the end of the slip, we'll go at the rear of the slip.
On duty this morning, PC Pete Williamson and PC Andy Stanley.
I'll sit at the back, 2 bikes go round past me, down in front, and then we'll all go off, 3 up front, so it'll be a triangle pattern at the front, basically.
Today they'll be riding as an escort, but not for VIPs or royalty. Leaving her base for the last time is a Hercules transport plane heading for the scrapyard.
There'll be a lot of communication between ourselves and the convoy commander, Easy Rider. Easy Rider's the one who controls the load, so he'll be telling us the speeds and things like that. What we've got to contend with is members of the public. Obviously, it's an unusual load to be seen on the road and at an unusual time, in fairness, so they'll be more interested in looking at that than looking at where they're going, and obviously we've got to contend with that.
So, basically, because there's a traffic island here, it's so large, there's a lot of junctions and roundabouts that it needs to take on the wrong side against the flow of traffic. So we're there to make sure the safety of the public and obviously the safe escort of that load through Wiltshire and no one gets hurt.
It's a unique opportunity to see one of the giants of the RAF up close.
You certainly don't see this every day. There's not many Herculeses that get moved by road. They normally fly where they're going to. So this is quite an interesting one.
But PC Stanley has seen it all before.
Before I joined this job, I was in the army for 7 years and spent a lot of time in Hercs, been flown around the country and around the world, in fact. Went from Sydney to Darwin in a Hercules. It took about 8 hours. So I've seen enough of them from the inside and the outside, in fairness.
As dawn breaks, a convoy with a combined weight of 50 tons is ready to leave the base. The Hercules has been partially dismantled, with its fuselage on the front vehicle and its wings behind. It'll be escorted by 3 police cars and 3 support vehicles. and the route will be kept clear by the emergency bikers. Once Easy Rider is happy that everyone is in place, the convoy can begin to roll. The roads leading away from the base are narrow country lanes. One of the bikers shoots ahead to warn traffic to slow down. Another blocks off side roads as the convoy approaches. In order to reach the M4, the plane must pass through the town of Wootton Bassett. The biker cops ride ahead to ensure the roads are clear. Even though it's early on Sunday morning, people have left their beds and taken to the street to watch this monster load go by. Once through Wootton Bassett, the bikes must get ahead of the plane once more. The convoy is travelling at less than 20 miles per hour. But on the narrow country roads, even for the bike, overtaking a 50-ton, 17-foot wide, 140-foot-long load is a delicate procedure. The convoy reaches junction 16 of the M4. The bikers block the traffic on the roundabout, while all the other vehicles make their way onto the slip road. The bikers are about to escort this massive abnormal load onto the busiest and most dangerous stretch of motorway on their patch. The bikers take up their position in the convoy. The plane will be in their care for the next 17 miles, until junction 18, where the Avon and Somerset police will take over. At junction 17, two of the bikers peel away to stop traffic joining the motorway. As the convoy approaches the handover junction, the bikers' part in the day's operation is over. After more than 40 years' service, the Hercules is safely on her way to her final resting place. Birmingham. On call, biker paramedic Steve Harris.
212, Roger, received, over. Just been called down to Dale End, just in the city. It appears there's a fight going on, so we'll go down. With any luck, by the time we get there, police will be in attendance, but we're going to have a look at any injuries. 212, over.
The fight is just a few streets away. Within minutes, he's on scene. The man slumped by a car wheel.
Hiya. I know you've been hit around the head and that. You hurt yourself anywhere else?
I don't, they had a knife on them as well.
They had a knife as well. You saw that? Okay. All right. Okay.
The police aren't far behind. The attacker could still be nearby, and crowds are gathering.
You know what's happened to you? You remember? I know you've hurt your head. Have you hurt anywhere else? Could I have a first aid bag, please? Well, as soon as they mention a knife, we need to just check, don't we? All right, mate.
The man has a bad head wound, but with so much blood, Steve wonders if it's all come from him.
Was there anyone else injured? No, just this. Oh, there seems too much blood for that little wound. Your jumper's ruined anyway, mate. All right.
As Steve rolls him over, he finds another, much bigger wound on the other side of his head.
Ah, there it is. Oh, yeah. I'm happy now I found this. I'm going to pop a bandage on your head, all right? Well done. Yeah. Right, do you feel lightheaded or dizzy? Now that I've found the wound, you can come back on your side. It'll be a bit easy for you. All right? All it was, I just needed to know where all the blood come from. You've got quite a good wound on your head. You need to go to hospital. We need to get this checked. It's going to be City Hospital. All right. Do your blood pressure. Ambulance is here. We're going to get you off the floor and onto the bed. Oh yeah, 19 years old, been involved in a fight, was punched. Once he was on the floor, they were kicking his head. He's got a few minor wounds there. Main one is on the other side, he's lying on it. He's got an area that's been like mashed and cut. That's where all the blood's come from. I haven't been able to really check this side of his body. If we can get the bed out, you tell us if anything hurts, okay? So if you move that leg round there, well, that's all I've found. There was a suggestion they got a knife with them, but I haven't found anything else. Right, let's get you in the ambulance. Stop people looking at you. Sit yourself down. Feet up.
With a potentially serious head injury, the man will be kept under observation in hospital.
Just hang on a minute, all right? If you sit on this first seat there, this is part and parcel of what we do around the city. Usually it's alcohol related. This case, there's no suggestion of alcohol. It's just college kids having a fallout. Level of violence doesn't really surprise me. It's been building over a number of years, and whereas before you would just have a punch, a row and a couple of punches and that. Now it just seems to continue on, very often with weapons, you know, knives, wood, blocks, baseball bats, whatever they have to hand. And that, we certainly, over the last few years, been seeing that an increase in the level of violence. 212 clear on this case. Crew have transported the patient. Attendance 1310, 1310. Clear and heading back to standby. Cherry Street over.
So what did you do?
I ran.
It's a day off for Mark and Steve, and they're on a mission.
That was it. Steady on. No, I did. I ran.
You don't want to trip over. We'll have to call a paramedic. There's no bikes on today.
Apparently I'm going to have a tattoo. Yeah, I've been persuaded. Yeah, I don't really want one, but, you know, Mark felt that lonely having tattoos and that he's persuaded me to have one. It's not my first. I'm having a version of the Start of Life tattooed on my arm. But it's going to look as though it's made of stone.
He's going with the stone effect because it blends in with his hair and his beard.
Sorted. So which part did you say I could do?
I mean, I've been thinking of having this particular tattoo for at least 2 years. I've just felt that, you know, as a paramedic, sort of coming to the end of my working life eventually, I wanted something on me represent what I've been. Currently it's 32 years of hopefully looking after people, riding the bike for over 10 years. The symbol itself is a 6-pointed star. Each point on the star represents a portion of the work that a paramedic would do, such as in detection and treatment and transport. Within the centre of the star is a staff with a snake wrapped around it. It's the staff of Odysseus. He's a Greek god. He was the son of Apollo, and he learnt the art of healing. And Zeus became jealous, decided that he didn't want the art of healing to become widely available in case mortals became immortal. So Zeus killed Odysseus. And that staff with the snake around has come to represent medical healing. It's a symbol of who I am. It's a symbol of my working life, and it is like a badge of honour.
Secretly, Steve said if it wasn't for me, he would have retired by now. So, you know.
Yeah, right, OK. Yeah, I did say the only thing that was keeping me at work currently is the riding the bike. But I have to say, Mark comes into that. We have a good time, we have a laugh. If I wasn't enjoying it, I'd have gone.
Cheers, mate, you've earned that 20 quid. Thanks.
And there you go.
All done. All done.
Yeah.
Cheers. Oh, God, look at that. That's amazing. Look at that.
That is really good. That is really, really good.
Little bits of blue. Too big, can I have it smaller?
Early morning in Birmingham city centre. And for Mark Hayes, a coffee to beat the chill. But breakfast's going to have to wait.
201.
There's a call to a man who's collapsed. In just over a minute, Mark's at the man's side.
My name's Mark, paramedic.
Mark, I'm Doug. I've travelled down from Dundee.
Yeah.
Last night, my leg underneath there was really stiff, but I didn't think anything of it. I was able to walk, but it was just sort of stiffening and tightening up. But I've been trying to walk, and then literally just there, something's snapped. I can't put any pressure on it. I've started to get, and I just started to feel as if I was going to pass out, hot flashes.
We'll have a little look at you. So the pain's down the back of your leg?
Pain, I can't put any pressure on it whatsoever. That, even though I'm a big lad, that is swollen a hell of a lot more.
We're going to have a little feel down the back of your leg, all right?
Yeah.
Don't get moving.
Right.
All I want you to do is tell me, does it feel really tight and tender?
Yeah, there.
Down there?
Right under there.
What you're describing is hamstring type injury, limited to what I can do on the street.
No, that's
so
fine.
The fact that you said you felt a bit faint, I'm just going to check your blood pressure.
Yeah,
we've got transport en route, and we'll get you up to local A&E.
No, that's fine.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you've ever had, what score would you give the pain at the moment?
I'll put my foot on it, around about 7 or 8.
Your blood pressure's a little bit high.
Yeah, a little bit spent.
How young are you?
How young? That's a good point of it. 37. Trained as a first aider as well.
I'm not. I had a very similar injury when I was young and athletic. Actually had a hamstring injury. Excruciating. My leg turned black. You couldn't do anything with it, couldn't wait there. It's very common if you don't warm up and you just go into a sprint. The gentleman tells me he hasn't been running, he's just been strolling. How you doing? You all right? We get the bed
Entonox and medium Splint, please. We're going to give Doug some gas and air, take the edge off the pain. We're just going to splint the leg purely because it'll reduce the amount of movement, therefore reducing the pain that is in, and straight onto a stretcher and off to City. Gas and air, short-lived. You stop taking it, wears off really quickly. All right, so you need to keep taking it. How are we doing? All right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Okay, just remember you need to keep doing it. If I can get you to bite on with your teeth, seal with your lips if you can hold it for me. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Keep taking it. Just give us a thumbs up when you think it's starting to work. Is it working? Good man. Right. Well, the Splint, start with the laughing. Okay. Okay, keep going. All right, nice, slow, deep breaths. Can we go up above the knee anymore? Can you edge towards the edge of the seat? Nice and slowly, just on the edge. That's it, good man. All right, well done, thank you. Do again the shoe and the sock off in the warm, but now we're moving your leg about. What's the pain score? 5 in comparison to a 7 earlier.
Really light-headed.
Yeah, all right, just nice and slow on that then. Not so deep. That's it. All right.
Yeah.
Back with us.
Yeah, it does make you laugh. Oh.
Can't guess what this does. It sucks all the air out, and there's little polystyrene beads inside, and it just forms a rigid splint. Okay, that's cool. That's good. Okay, pop yourself down. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Oxygen helps, but I just nudged the leg, and it was like a whole. It's like an electric shock that goes right up your body, and it's really severe. Well, I'm not crying, but I tried to think if it wasn't without oxygen. I just don't know.
We don't like people to suffer, so we gave the patient some Entonox gas and air. It's also known as laughing gas. Works rather quickly with different effects on the patient. Some people say it doesn't affect them at all. Some people complain of nausea, dizziness, and some people just break out laughing.
Doug will be checked over in hospital. Ali was found to have a normal heart rhythm, and the chest pains were attributed to muscle spasms. Dave was taken home by the ambulance crew, has had no problems since, and is now back at work. The man assaulted in Birmingham was treated in hospital for his head wounds. And Doug was found to have ruptured the membrane in his knee, spent 2 weeks on crutches, but is on the mend.